Well, Lester, the choice of a VP nominee is one of the big unknowns, and 4 sources familiar with the situation say there have been high-level discussions about moving up the timeline Mr. Trump has talked about publicly, from before the convention to as early as this week, to make a splash. Contenders are said to include North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum and Senators J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio.
In this recording here, I want to point out one thing. So the thing that is probably the most degrading here, right? And the reason why I use the phrase that I use is because Byron Donalds looks really fucking upset. And the reason why is because he's got to hold his cell phone out with Trump on the speakerphone. And the reason why is because Trump won't make the time to go to Atlanta to talk to these folks himself. So he has to send Byron Donalds and Ben Carson, because these two, Byron Donalds and Ben Carson, think that they have a chance of being VPs. So what they're doing is...
Well, I wish he would choose Byron Donalds, because, I mean, again, would that might just not be so perfect to have 2 convicted criminals on the ticket? Of course he's not, because the white supremacist, like the neo-Nazi part of the party, ain't accepting Ben Carson or Byron Donalds, or it's not happening. No.
I mean, the one that they're
I wish it would for the criminal symmetry. That's all I was saying.
Yeah, right. It would be poetic, wouldn't it? Vivek is apparently
they're not picking him either.
I don't think so.
Honestly, there aren't many people that just when I look at them, I want to punch them. And I mean, he just looks like an asshole. I mean, you just look at this pencil neck dork with his Beavis fucking pompadour.
I've heard rumblings that I look like someone from TV, but it's just maybe it's this Beavis person. I don't know.
And like he just is. I mean, no, he's on the level of unlikability that DeSantis is on, where people are just repulsed by him. I don't see it. They're not picking him.
And I don't think so either. Now there is.
It's going to be some loser. Donald Trump just wants another white guy people can feel good about. Also, right? Remember what Ann Coulter said about not voting for Vivek because he's not white. Right. Like, don't think there aren't a lot of people thinking the same way.
Whoa, man!
Yeah.
You're a racist.
Oh my God,
I didn't know that.
The people who say they hate me actually hate me. No way.
Right?
They he's not picking a Jew. He's not picking. It's not going to be somebody gay. It's going to be the way he picked someone like Mike Pence. I would tell you that
and also gay. Wait a second, Mike Pence isn't gay.
Well, not outwardly.
Oh, okay. I was just.
I think Mother has a rule that he has to have even all dinners. He can't have dinners alone with men either, because she's smart enough.
The only rainbow attire he can wear is underwear, so it's all covered.
Remember that rule about him not being able to have dinners alone with women, not with men either. The only time he can have dinners alone is if he's actually alone, and then his left hand has to be occupied. Or he, but in any case, I digress. It's going to be to me the most obvious choice. And again, I'm coming out here and making a pick, and I could be wrong, and I will explain to you the reasons. Is that douchebag Burgum from North Dakota? Why? Because he doesn't threaten Trump in terms of getting more media attention, because he's a complete loser douche with no personality. He's rich as and Trump is poor as and busy, like getting into debt and raising money for people just to pay legal bills. He's clearly an ass-kissing sycophant who will do whatever Trump wants. He's white. He's Christian. As far as we know, he's straight. Checks all of those boxes off. That's the kind of person, that Donald Trump will end up picking. So it's going to be either, in my estimation, Burgum or somebody of that. It's not going to be Marco Rubio. You fucking kidding me? And people say that he's going to pick little Marco. Right? I mean, come on. You think the base is going to go for a Latino vice president? No.
So I disagree. I actually don't think he's going to pick a vice dictator, because dictators don't have vice dictators. But here's the thing, and I think not at all. I think he's still toying with them, and I think he's not going to give that up. Because that's one thing that he has going for him with Byron Donalds and Ben Carson and Marco Rubio and all these scumbags. J.D. Vance is in that category.
He could be picked.
Going around.
But I think he's worried. J.D. Vance, because J.D. Vance, for all of how disgusting he is and what a prick he is, and literally a traitor, But the difference is with Vance is Vance actually is a smart person, actually has a functioning brain. And I think he makes Trump look stupid standing next to him by using whole sentences and conjugating verbs and things of that nature.